Wow. Countdown's over just like that, Richard.
Just like that.
Here we
Hello.
are.
Hey, folks. Hello and welcome back for Ramblestream episode 135. We're happy to be here. We got a good program for you. We're going to dig into some old rambling roots.
Old Georgie.
Old George Wyman. We're excited. No, we have, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
We've got some fun announcements in the works, which we're not going to spoil.
You know who heard
Oh yeah.
the pre-ramble? But
I
wait,
heard some of it.
don't sign up yet because of the busy summer
Because of the busy summer.
and Richard's blazing hot office.
We're going to take a summer hiatus
A little break.
from Ramblestream. So we apologize for destroying
Obliterating.
your Monday schedule, but we're gonna take a little Ramblestream hiatus. Lets us make sure we get all the things done. Take a break from the heat. Go on vacation. Go ramble on motorcycles.
Go to Vietnam.
Go to Vietnam.
Who knows? Who knows? We're not going to go to Vietnam. That's not on our list of things. Just before you guys get any ideas, we're not going to Vietnam.
We do have some special guests coming on over the summer, so we'll do some kind of special,
An occasional
limited edition Ramble Streams.
Yeah, we should figure out a cool name for them, like limited edition Ramble Streams.
But just a heads up. So if you are a member, we will be putting the membership on hiatus as well. So we're not charging you for nothing.
for something that you don't even get. Why would we do that? But we've got a really good show for you guys. We're talking about George Wyman. Richard has had a week of George Wyman, and
Indeed,
we're
I
going to
have.
just continue that.
I did everything but ride cross country. No, really.
So close, so close. We're going to continue that here this evening. But first up, who's here first? Arlsberg Clipper. Last. Wait, no. Man, you messed it up. You should have said fist, Arlsberg. That's the only way to do it. Second up was Jason Arlsberg. Damn, you're quick. I'll take second.
A couple minutes later.
Literally a couple minutes later. We've got Mike up in here. You want to read that one, Richard?
I've watched some very interesting videos about the first crossings of the USA, both in automobiles and on motorcycles.
You know, apparently the one on motorcycle didn't even count.
Apparently it happened first.
It happened first. I just happened to have time today. You'll get me next time. Straw Dog, what's up? How you doing? Woohoo! Looking forward to tonight's show. Halcyon 250, number 769 in Wisconsin.
Got Kelly on. Cheers, Kelly. We just drank the last of your lovely bottle. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jansen's getting his actual sip of it. Drink it out of the bottle.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Finish it off for us. There we go. He says, hell yeah, brother. I'll take fifth any day. In the process of doing my first 5,000-mile oil change. Before some of you go off, I did the 600-mile break-in oil change. I'm amazed how easy it is.
Man, it's like we made them that way. Isn't that crazy? Speed Racer says, so easy my oil change made adjustments on my bike chain even when I did my valves. Just a simple bike to work on. I still wish it was fuel injection, though. Just get a 450, Speed Racer. Oh, wait. Kelly's on us already. Just get a Halcyon 450.
Nice. Here we go. Michigan Road says, well, if folk can ramble on a plug-in, quote, truck, then I suppose today's ramble was on a John Deere, actually manufactured in... See,
this has got to be...
Absolutely is a ramble.
Yes.
100%.
On a John Deere? Yes.
Absolutely.
It's like when everyone takes their tractors to school. Do you guys have that where you're at? Around Wakarusa?
Around Wakarusa, Indiana.
Around Wakarusa, there's a day where you can take your tractor to school, and a lot of people do it. It's actually kind of cool to see.
That's cool.
Jason, thank you so much for gifting a motorcycle membership. We're going to pause it here after this episode, but thank you. I think he was doing some testing for us. We joked around in the pre-ramble about if you send us a nice bottle of bourbon like Kelly did, maybe we'll gift you like a couple months of membership for free. And so Jason, I think, was doing some testing there.
Gary Smith, we're going to read the whole thing.
Read it.
Hi, from East Lansing, Michigan. Halcyon 50, number 11. Halcyon 250, number 79. Halcyon 450, number 3. Phoenix 250, number 79. Griffin 250, number 163. Phoenix 250, number P1020, which means it's the 10th anniversary. 1972 Triumph Trident. 1980 Honda CM200. 1990 Harley Davidson 883 Sportster. 2017 Ural Gear Up. Sipping on water.
Man, what a lineup, Gary. Old school. Been out and about on my machine. The more miles, the better the machine. How's your front brake? Still squeaking?
That's the sound of a Janus.
It's a nice... It just has to speak to you. It just reminds you that you're riding a Janus.
We got Kelly out of Winchester, Virginia on 236 Coyote and a 2013 Ultra. A 2006, I guess that's also an Ultra, Elvira, and a new Halcyon 450. Still no idea what number I'm getting. Ordered back in February. Rambled 60 miles today. Wonderful.
And
he's sipping on an Orange Crush. Boom. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Always bringing it.
So good to see it.
You got Texas Rebel Tracy.
Dripping Springs. Texas Halcyon 250, number 1,175, a 98 Ducati M900, a 22 Ural Gear Up, and a 26 Moto Guzzi V7 Special. That seems new.
That does seem kind of new. I don't remember that one.
Sipping on Dr. Pepper Zero. How's your heart? Heart still pumping? I hope so. We got Chris Smith up in here. Cleveland, Ohio, Halcyon 250, number 367. Et al. Enjoying Shanky's Whip cocktail. Nice. This one's all you.
Steve and Nance here from Georgia. Boris. Oh, nice. 1085 Halcyon 250 and Natasha. 1080 Halcyon 250. No sipping. Already brushed our teeth.
That's fair. Natasha is a great name. Have you thought about
Boris and Natasha?
High definition 1080? No, nobody. All right.
No, it's better than nothing beats one of my favorite number plates is 440 hertz.
That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yo, Confed Yank, our one and only Twitch viewer and moderator. How are you doing? So glad you're in there keeping track of the chat. We've got Aiken Ranch up in here. We've got Chopper Rocks up in here.
Jason Bostwick. I said hi to you, Richard, this morning while I was waiting in the showroom.
Man.
Awesome.
Look at that. Do you drive
new viewer.
A Wrangler by chance? Were you? No. I think that was a guy who was picking up a Halcyon 450. Tractor day at school sounds like a Midwest thing. You know what, Texas Rebel Tracy? You got no room to talk. You're from Texas.
Quillbilly. I'm waiting for a YouTuber that I follow to release his video of a riding lawnmower road trip.
Who is it? We need to know. Booze is accepted for memberships now. Might have to run to Goshen with a case of Dortmunder Gold. Listen, we won't say no. Okay, this is Cool Billy again. Hi from Port Angeles, Washington. Angeles, Washington. Sipping on coffee. I ramble on Halcyon 1189 and a Honda Cub from 1961.
Nice.
Sounds awesome. All right, such a busy chat in here. I blame Jansen's Crocs. Croc check. We're here.
I was wearing my Crocs yesterday.
Man.
In the garden.
Yeah, you should wear them to work. It's the perfect work shoe, and you can't convince me
I had
otherwise.
My combat Crocs on.
You gotta keep it in sport mode.
Yep.
I won't list my tractors here, Aiken Ranch, as I have an addiction, Caterpillar.
Nice.
Everybody's got to be a collector of something, you know?
Well, cool. Well, we've kind of gotten it a little bit out of order. Everyone's already introduced themselves.
That's okay.
I'm Richard, co-founder and head of design here at Janus. I ramble on a selection of vehicles. I can't even remember them all right now. I did put the Cushman. I got a new key switch yesterday.
Is it running?
No, it's not running yet. But I put the battery on a tender last night. Key switch is going to be an easy fix. I'm foreseeing a new fuel filter and a carb clean, and it's going to start.
Ready to go.
And then we're going to be rambling around town.
Let's go.
And then of course a KLR 650 from 2009, Halcyon 250 number 68 from 2017. And a Ducati 750 Super Sport 1999.
Man, What a list. My name is Jansen, also coming to you live from the Ramblestream studio, sipping on some Angel's Envy, Triple Oak, delicious, yummy stuff.
Likewise,
Thanks to
me too. I've
Kelly.
been forgetting what I'm sipping on lately.
It's an okay thing to forget, you know. Thank you, Kelly. It's very good. I ramble in a Ford Lightning and soon to be rambling on Phoenix 450 number 4 name 4s. So happy to be here tonight. Let's get a poem, Richard.
All right. We're going to turn to Mr. Richmond Lattimore.
Everyone turn in your hymnals to hymn number 443.
Page 70.
Page 70, in case you're wondering.
This is worth investing in this book if one can find it. Flowers and thorns in their time. Roses cloud my arms in green, stick and hurt. Red climbs from stalk and water, flying suckers arch. Shears lop vein heads. My hands bag and stacked the lost splendors. Roses hurt, delight, make me think of dying. Roses too sudden dramatize my birth and bud. Scarlet and astonishment in steep array among the greens, rains, thorns, my pride, spiky postures of defense. Farewell favors, fading glory, sweet decay. Where in rose time find some way to keep and fasten, hold forever in the heart this June, pain and passion. See from dead-colored wood green wood swells, for other Junes of roses, spermy future updriven from the deep dirt.
Spermy future, huh?
Yeah.
I like that one. We'll be back right after this.
Yes, indeed. We do have a lot of Halcyon 250 inventory.
We do.
And it comes in a wide array of colors. And we're making more all the time.
So you should get one.
So you should get one.
Because
Stay
we're
tuned.
making more
We're
all
making
the
a lot
time.
more.
As the volume doubles or triples. You know, every once in a while, I like to surprise you guys. Got to keep you on your toes, you know?
Did you not equalize that volume?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. We've got people already guessing in the chat. We've got Jason with black, Spanova with blue. Richard, what is your guess for Halcyon? We know the answer, unfortunately.
Well, I can still take a guess because I don't really know, but I know my options are limited.
Okay, I know the one. I know
Okay.
the color to this one.
I'm going to say, I probably know what it is. No, wait, maybe I don't. I'm going to say Aga Cream.
This is Halcyon 250, number 1301. We shall begin. We got it all coming
We
together.
got that hardtail. We got that wide line seat.
This is the seat pan's different, right? For the wide lines,
Mhm.
I guess it would have to be.
Yep. It's actually the same seat that goes on the Sergeant.
Oh,
Oh, it's vintage red.
it is vintage red.
Vintage red.
If you guys,
So it's going to be some version of red, white, or blue. I
if
knew
you
that.
guys didn't know, we have. You guys all know though, because you guys are part of the Ramblestream, so you guys have all seen our 250th anniversary, American anniversary motorcycles, with some nice little tassels, fringes. I don't know what they are, but this one's vintage red. We've got Amy in here staring us down. Amy's saying she got a cool update.
Spite from Spite's Corner.
Uh huh.
He's got the Halcyon modded for ADV Fest.
Uh huh.
And I've got some pictures I'll share with you guys if you want to share them.
Maybe we can see if we can share it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can work that. So we're gonna have a couple special edition episodes as we mentioned before. In spite
Of Spite's Corner.
of Spite's Corner, will be
Previously, a YouTuber, an editor for Yami Noob.
previously a dank nooner, if you will, for Yami. He is going to be. He's going to AD Fest.
He's going to ADV Fest.
With
A hardtail Halcyon
a
250.
Halcyon 250, which makes no sense, and that's why We love it
previously
so much.
ridden by Yami Noob notoriously in a video where he attempted to prove that
Of
our
course,
bikes were
because our
death
bikes.
traps.
What a silly course of events. Anyway, we've got some pictures of that motorcycle that we might want to share here in a second.
Anyway, we got a
But-
vintage red. So the 250th anniversary bikes come in all of our reds, our blues, and our whites, cream or white. So here you go with an American blue and cream pinstripe
I
on
believe so.
vintage red. Classic Janus logo, the OG logo there.
Haken Ranch says, please, no handlebar tassels. Yikes. Come on. Okay, I rode the cream one around a little
Did you
bit
get
in
whipped?
town. I didn't get whipped, and I felt like a little boy. And it was like the best feeling ever.
Saddle brown leather. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Handlebar tassels and all. Gosh, it looks so good. I was driving the cream one around in my truck, and I got so many head turns, it was actually unreal. Look at this.
You can adjust the tassel length to suit you too. You can
Right.
say, hey, I want it
You want it
longer.
shorter? Longer?
No, you,
You
can
can-
take it shorter.
No, you can tie. You can tie extra leather tassels if you like. What a sharp looking motorcycle.
This is the third 250th anniversary build.
I believe this one is up for grabs still, Amy?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, it is up for grabs still. You can find it on our website if you guys would like to see
Tassels.
that. If you like tassels, yes. Up next, we have.
I know which one this is.
I think
And
I
already
can.
know what color it is.
I can also guess the color.
So we have a frame matched Halcyon 450 in our maze. This is an exceptionally gorgeous motorcycle.
This is Halcyon number 464.
Going to Bradley.
Going to Bradley.
Bradley has good taste.
You have amazing taste. Here it is, all coming together.
So if you're new, frame match means that we match the majority of the components to the color of your tins,
Right.
which would be your fuel tank and fender. Normally the frame is black.
Me encanta maze, Aiken Ranch
You-
says.
Quillbilly says, do I have to buy a new bike to get the tassels?
No,
No, you don't.
you don't.
We will sell you a tassel kit.
A tassel set. Black. Jason, that would be crazy, dude. I'm here for it, though.
We had somebody build out a black tassels today.
Yeah. Digging that blue with white leather in the background.
You saw it. You saw the. you peeked.
So we've got
Ooh,
maize
man.
with vintage red and copper.
What
This is a really good looking bike.
What a sharp combo. I never would have done this, but it looks so unbelievably good.
This is a really nice color. I think I've said this before, but if I were to order another Halcyon 250, I would do maize.
Maze. Would you frame match it?
I probably wouldn't, but it doesn't mean that. I mean, I just like the contrast.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is like the there was a, I'm forgetting the customer's name. He brought his cream Halcyon 450 frame matched cream to the rally, and just
Gosh.
absolutely stunning.
Look at that. This is the last picture
Such a
we've got.
statement.
But man, with the
We've got a
Oxford red.
Halcyon 450, no fender number plate, but it does have just about everything else. So we have the brushed exhaust, we have the oxblood leather, we have headlight visor, and this one will be getting all the other additions as well. It's quite a loaded bike. It's really pretty.
I grabbed this one maybe a little too early, but
Yeah,
man, it was just
it's in the back of the shop right now.
it popped out, and I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is it. Up next, we've got Michael's Halcyon 450. This is Halcyon number 454.
Before we even show a picture, I'm going to take a guess in case it's frame matched.
Okay.
I'm going to say Indy Racing Green.
And I am gonna say vintage red, man. I just
That's a
the
very popular
odds
choice
the
right
odds
now.
are in my
your
favor, you know. If I can find my mouse here.
Aiken Range says, ooh, bold and nice. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is the most artistic like
The lighting on this is
beginning I've ever seen. Black. Jason, one day you'll get it right.
Maybe today.
Maybe. Wow, that was an early spoil.
That was a reveal.
Not today. This is cream.
Cream with gold pinstripe.
Man, that
classic.
looks
This is
a classic.
This is Halcyon 250 number 68
This is
color
like-
scheme. Single pinstripe too.
Bam. This
Cannot go wrong with that.
You're a little biased, but
I am a little biased to cream.
I like cream. I'm not sure if it would be my first choice.
Such a good looking. It's just the contrast, everything about it.
With
And the fact that you just can't get another motorcycle with that color.
Right.
Like there's so few.
Right.
A BMW from like the 70s,
Yeah, but
60s
you're
or 70s.
You're paying
Yeah.
for a
Saddle
nice
brown
one.
leather. Ooh, okay.
Man, we're there
All right.
already.
So Halcyon 450
Loaded.
with in cream with a single pinstripe. We have standard fenders, brushed stainless exhaust, saddle brown leather, copper feather logo,
Interesting.
saddlebags, rear sprung rack with a pillion, 2 mirrors, a headlight visor, and a number plate. Very nice.
Interesting.
Oh, fishtail exhaust as well.
Interesting choice on the copper feather.
Mm-hmm.
I do
I
like
like how
it.
it contrasts with the gold.
And the
Builds
fuel
on it.
bottle.
And we got a fuel bottle on this
Everybody's getting the fuel bottle.
one. Those are very popular
It feels like
lately.
just as helpful as some front fork tie downs,
Mm-hmm.
which this one also has. So you can't really go wrong.
Maybe we'll make fork tie downs mandatory.
I mean, it's for everyone's benefit.
Hint, hint.
It's for everyone's benefit. You can't go wrong with some fork tie downs.
I mean, you can always remove them if you're that adamant. If you're Jason.
Cut them off. That's been Builds of the Week. We will see you right after this for Things of This World.
All cars eat at the gasateria. Old people eat in a cafeteria. My mom suffers from mild hysteria. Sent her off to northern Siberia. Met a man who came from Kingdom Come, killed his kids with a sawed-off shotgun, lied to his lawyers and the jury let him run. Spends his time like a raisin in the sun.
Things of This World, Richard.
All right. So, in the spirit of George Wyman, our thing for this evening is something that definitely, for me, fits all the categories of thing. It is something that has a story. It's something that I've used for many years now, and it's something that definitely catches people's attention.
It sure does. I think I
and-
said something about it. Was it last week about the steel panniers?
They're aluminum, but yes, they're
Same.
this is one of my 2 panniers that I took on the George Wyman cross-country trip in 2018 when I did that. And this is probably one of the most useful, other than the Airhawk seat, which I did not bring with me. I did not prepare for. It was a gift on the route from another one of the...
Wait, really?
yeah. He gave it to me.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. But anyway, this is a aluminum pannier. You can see it, and the new ones, they came out with a new version of these.
Mm-hmm.
Tusk is the company that makes them. They're quite affordable as far as panniers go. Lockable. The new ones are much improved. They have a easier to open, and they have a little cable that keeps the lid from falling off, which, believe me,
See you later.
definitely you need, because I don't know how many times I've been driving and then hear clank, 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 and you forgot to latch the lid on.
That's great.
This has obviously fallen off numerous times, but these are waterproof. They have a rubber gasket around the top. Remarkably simple. This is the smallest one you can get, but this fits, at least for me, everything that I needed to cross the U.S.
Really?
And I made the handles for this, which I don't know if you can see. I can't see because Jason's looking at
Sorry, I'm
pictures.
trying to Trying to do
These are
two
made
things at
out of
once.
an old Janus seat.
Oh, that's cool.
And these are, even the little buckles are made out of the buckles on the back of saddlebags.
That's
It
cool.
was either a seat or saddlebag that I cut up, and then I stitched the handle. And they've held up very, very well. They allow you to remove these from the bike. You want to see the really dirty part of it?
Yes.
This is the back. This has never been washed.
Whoa.
So this is right next to the wheel. So all the road grime. And of course, on one end, I have my
That-
fuel bottle. mount.
Okay, that's a great placement.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's super cool.
I actually bought the little mount. And then on the other one, I had my water bottle.
Okay.
So I could have water on the bike it was easily accessible. I could actually,
Right.
when I loosened it up, I could actually pull it off while I was riding.
Huh.
Anyway, it also features a lot of stickers, which I did not have when I did the cross country trip. They've kind of accumulated over time. So I've got, just to name a few, 2 Iron Butt, my 2 long distance rides I've
Which
done.
so happen to be
The Iron Butt Mile Eater Club, which means you've done more than one, and you're eating miles. Some gold top stickers, some local stickers from local places, and then of course on the back, I have my George Wyman. And I can't tell if what I'm looking at, but
sorry.
no, you're fine. This is the George Wyman Waypoint sticker, and then my 4-stroke singles nationals owners club, which is all tied together. The founder of the 4-stroke national owners singles national owners club is wrote the introduction to the Rambler's Companion, and the Rambler's Companion is also dedicated to George Wyman.
You know,
So
it's all connected.
it's all connected.
It's all connected. Do you have a favorite sticker on those panniers?
Well, it's probably the Wyman sticker, but I mean the other one has a bunch.
Are
of...
you just saying that?
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's like a road sign. I was just thinking about how well they did it. Good job they did. But my other pannier has a bunch of different ones. I've got some road grimed warrior. There's some funny stickers on all of them. But
Do you have any?
There's just a collection. It's like a trunk, you know. You can stick stickers on it.
Any moped stickers?
You know, I think all my moped stickers are on my
On your
moped helmet.
I've been spending all this time trying to figure out a good way to share these pictures of Spite's Halcyon 450 with you guys. And for whatever reason, I cannot figure out a good way to do it.
No, that's what happens when you do it on the fly.
Yeah, but you would hope.
Messages?
Let's see what this does. It's just black. It's just black.
Well, regardless, what he's done is he's taken a Halcyon 250.
Mm-hmm.
He's rigged up a high pipe off of a Griffin 250. He's got a bash guard on it from a Griffin, which would bolt right on as long as you didn't have an exhaust.
Same frame.
And I think he's got some. He doesn't have fancy. We need to tell him to put better foot pegs on it.
Yeah.
For off-road riding.
Because we've experienced
Broken foot pegs.
broken foot pegs during a race.
You're putting a lot
like
of
this.
weight on it. He's got a little tool roll into the headlight. He's got it.
Look
He's
at
got
that.
it kitted out.
Okay, I know you guys can't see it, but there's like a ginormous spacer in between the frame, the subframe of the Halcyon and the high pipe. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a Franken bike.
Sorry, we can't show the picture.
Sorry, we can't show the pictures. We'll
figure
see
it
if we can get them up somewhere maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how, but
We'll definitely have him on as a guest, and we'll go through the whole build.
yeah, definitely. What do we got going on around here? Around these parts.
We're going to cover what we've done in weeks past tonight, but coming up, we have some good guests on the Ramblestream.
Mm-hmm.
We have, of course, Spite from Spite's Corner coming on in August, and then we have the Rider Rot Vintage Motorcycle Show, which always happens mid-August, and we've always been every year. And we're the main feature. They have a really cool new poster. We're going to have Kyle Stevenson, from the founder of Rider Rot, on the Ramblestream, probably 20, 30 days before that, just to give people time to get ready and make sure they can get signed up. The Rider Rot Motorcycle Show is our vintage motorcycle show.
Ours.
Of northeastern Indiana.
Claimed.
And Kyle has done a phenomenal job. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's it has been a one man and his dedicated wife putting it on for many, many years, and lots of friends, of course, that help out. But to be able to throw a motorcycle show takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it has grown and grown and grown. It's got a new venue in the last couple of years, and it has turned into a really cool event. It happens on Sunday, which is a little different than most motorcycle shows.
A little
happen
church
on Saturday.
action. A little church. A little motorcycle church.
I think it's because they're wedding photographers.
So
and
their Saturdays
are
full.
not. No work. I think that was the original reason, but it's kind of become a thing. It happens on Sunday. So we will be posting dates for that. That's a ways out yet. We'll have him on, and then of course our owners rally, which happens in September. So we have lots of things we're working on right now. We are focusing on all of our new model releases, the Americana edition, which if you're not familiar, go check out the website. There's a little button at the top you can click over, and it gives you that, and you can get tassels. And we have a lot of news coming up in the next week. So if you are interested to see what Janus Motorcycles has been up to for the last couple of years,
and it's not a Phoenix 450 update.
No, not yet.
Can confirm.
That's not yet. But we have some big news that we're very, very excited to share. It's been a very long time in the making.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work has gone into it, and we have decided that now is the time.
Now is the time.
Not right now, but within the next week. So we're very, very excited about it, and I encourage all of y'all to stay tuned. If you're not a subscriber to our email list, you should subscribe. We try to provide value with all of our emails, updates, information, things we're doing, new products. And so we really encourage you. That is an amazing email is like the new, it's
like
an
the
actual
front
address.
door. It's like
the front door. When it's no matter what happens if like we've experienced Facebook or Meta decides to like do whatever, we have, as long as you subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, you can unsubscribe. But if you're a subscriber, we have a direct connection with you. And so that is the thing that we value the most is our email subscribers. We thank all of y'all. And that's that's the best way that we can get out to everybody. So a little plug for our email subscription list.
Join the email list, dang
Go
it.
sign up. But we will be featuring lots of new news via email. Of course, social media is where we share a lot of stuff as well, but that's the best place to catch the latest.
Definitely. Yeah, lots of good stuff, lots of cool stuff coming up. So stay tuned for that.
Lots of cool stuff.
It is time to talk about George Wyman a little bit.
Oh yeah,
but
some time.
Before that, let's check this commercial out. Psych.
Yeah.
Psych. I don't have a commercial.
You don't have it?
I don't know what's going on with that one in particular.
I wanted to see the helmet lock video.
I know. I don't know why that didn't pop up. Let's see. Do we got this one? No.
Well, you want to talk about George Wyman?
Let's talk about George Wyman a little bit, maybe, or we can just read some comments.
Let's go back to
See
the
what's going on in
comments.
the chat. This is like the clunkiest part of any ramble stream.
Rare ad free. Yeah, we love to just feature the ads all the time.
We thought we would do you all a favor
Rally.
and not play an ad there. So
Jansen has y'all's back.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for you guys. Rally, we should. You know what, Richard? Should we give away a VIP ticket today?
You're kind of springing this on me.
Should we? It's like ask. You know what this is like? This is like when you're at your cousin's house and you ask your mom if they can sleep over, if your cousin can sleep over while your cousin's standing right next to you.
Hey, Amy, can we give away a VIP rally ticket?
Mom?
I think it's a no.
She said yes.
She just totally
She said-
forced her hand.
We are going to be giving away, starting now, a free VIP rally ticket. All you have to do is get here. I'm going to set it up now, but in the meantime, do you want to talk a little bit about...
we can't look at comments at the same time.
Unfortunately not.
Well, I can. I did see before we... Go ahead, Jansen.
Yeah,
You're good.
Well,
I did see a comment from Chris Smith, and Chris says, "Thank you for coming on the Cleveland Motorcycle Podcast. It was one of our best viewed episodes."
Whoa.
And that is awesome. We had so much fun. I thoroughly enjoyed half of a bottle of Elijah Craig. And I'm not sure how much sense I was making by the end of it, but I had a
making
really
a lot of sense.
good time. I think I was talking over people.
You were making a lot of sense.
I get really loud.
You were so amped up and like excited that it made me excited. It was great.
It was a lot of fun. I really thank you all for having us. We'd love to have you all back out here as some special guests.
Yes,
in the
absolutely.
future.
Absolutely. That'd be a lot of fun. If you guys want to enter to win the giveaway for a free VIP ticket to the Ramblers Roundup, the code word is VIP. We will be doing that at the end of the show. So please stick around. You have to be in the chat in order to receive that free VIP ticket. But
in regards to the Spite's Corner build, Arlsberg says, "That sounds like a killer bike. Kind of reminds me of the 1930s trials race bikes with high pipes." Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Ariel Red Hunter especially comes to mind.
Ooh,
I'm going to have to look that one up.
me too.
And Chris Smith says, "Paraguay defeats Germany 4-3 in PK shootout."
Wow. Have you been watching the World Cup at all?
I have not.
I haven't either.
My-
It's like taken over though.
Yeah, it's quite popular.
Okay. After a couple sips.
Arlsberg also says, "I was looking into those as possible luggage options. Hard for me to stomach burdening a Janus with the scaffolding needed to hold the cases up." Yeah, I ended up making
We'll be able to see some of what 68 looks like. Is there any with the panniers off in the photo album that you have?
Don't think I have them with it off, but I bought a bike I know. I bought the luggage rack and the panniers for a KLR 650, and then I chopped them up and re-welded them as for a Halcyon. So I remade them as part of the connector tubes, the little semicircular connector tubes. You could completely unbolt it all and just put it back to stock, but I've never bothered doing that.
Yeah.
But mine are quick release, so they have a little cord you pull on the back, and
It's
it
kinda
releases the bags.
It's pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's really, and you can lock them by just bolting them in.
It's pretty sharp. Big fan. Again, Arlsberg, the the keyword is not RIP. I feel like that was on purpose. It is VIP.
VIP.
It is VIP if you guys would like to enter the giveaway. George Wyman.
Let's start from the beginning.
Well, shall we?
So George Wyman is a very little known figure in American history and in more importantly, motorcycling history. George was a bicycle racer from San Francisco, or actually from Oakland. And he crossed the Sierras in 1902 on a bicycle, some kind of race. I don't know. And then in 1903, he decided he was going to tackle the unprecedented challenge of crossing the United States of America on a motorized bicycle, which is basically what he had. But it's a motorcycle. It's a moped because it had pedals.
It felt. It
and an
feels
engine.
very mopedy after doing some very heavy
But-
research on the Wikipedia page.
But most motorcycles of that era were very similar, even Harleys and Indians. Although Harley would have been in its first year
Wow.
at that time, 1903. Indian was only 2 years earlier, 3 years earlier, 1901 or 1900.
That's all you, man. That's all you.
Anyway, somebody in the chat will correct me. But he decided to ride cross country. Now, keep in mind, at this time, the reason that no one else had done it is there weren't any roads. Much of the West and the deserts did not have either paved, unpaved, or any other type of road. There were tracks that kind of zigzagged around, paths, trails that previously had been used by people to get out there. And there were railroads. So there were railroads at this point. And so much, there he is. There's the man himself, George Wyman, striking what has become known as the Wyman pose.
He is very like
Wearing his
what a
suit and
what a
tie.
handsome man, you know?
And I think I said at one point in the presentation on Wednesday, I was not accurate in saying that I think this must have been when he started.
Yeah.
In fact, this is not when he started. This is actually, I think he's in New York.
So
He had made almost
done.
all the rest. And you can tell because he has wooden handlebars because his handlebars snapped and he replaced it with a stick.
No way.
Yeah.
What
But there he
ingenuity.
is looking like a distinguished gentleman
He is distinguished.
with his coat and tie and his waistcoat and his little hat on a 1902 California motorcycle made by Roy C. Marks. This was I believe, I may be wrong, 220 or 225 cc bike producing about
A whopping
1.8 horsepower.
1.8.
So under 2 horsepower. Very similar to a moped. So probably capable of 35 tops.
On a nice
On a paved
road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So George set out and proceeded through great hardship. He did not ride this thing the whole way. Some of the way he was able to ride it. Other parts he had to pedal it. Other parts he had to push it, and other parts he had to carry it. So quite an endeavor.
And
A real adventurer.
might look lightweight, but I believe the motorcycle was, or the moped, his bike was like 90 pounds.
Yeah, I could easily see that.
Something like that?
Yeah, it could easily be 100 pounds. I don't know
Yeah.
how heavy it was, but basically a diamond bicycle chassis with an engine strapped to the front down tube, and then they have that little fuel tank there on the back. Keep in mind also that there were no gas stations because there was no need at this era for gas stations. So
Who needs
he
gas?
was
I have my horse.
purchasing fuel from like the drugstore, and he complained numerous times about the quality of the fuel that he was getting because it completely varied based on where he was getting it.
I can't even. Okay. What part of the United States do you think had the best gas?
I can't remember what he was. I think that he had decent fuel out on the West Coast and probably closer to the East Coast in Chicago, probably. But he I can't remember what he said about it. But anyway, George Wyman what ended up being the first person to cross the United States on a motorized vehicle. And there we have to kind of dig into our part, how we fit into this. We were visited over a couple of years by this fella in the climb jacket there, Tim Masterson, who founded, I think basically the Iron Butt Association, which I hope you all know about now, is the Association of Long Distance Motorcycle Riders. The entry into that organization is accomplished by riding 1,000 miles in 24 hours or less. Once you can document that, then you get your certificate and you're a member. Some people take it quite a bit further and they do multiple, meaning you're part of the Mile Eater Club. And I've only done 3.
Done 3 is a crazy thing to say.
And they do the Iron Butt Rally, which happens every 2 years. They do 11,000 miles in 11 days. Well, that's like the base. Some people do 15, collecting points and just rambling all over the country.
Yeah.
Tim has done the Iron Butt Rally numerous times. He now helps to organize it. And they were talking and they're saying, man, this guy, George Wyman, he's kind of the godfather of long distance motorcycle riding. So we need to commemorate this. And so he set about the project of, he formed the George Wyman Memorial Project. Cool. And they document across the United States with these waypoints, just like this, places where George Wyman writes about riding through. And so here's our waypoint, which is the big green sign. It's the sticker I have on my bike. And then underneath it is a little brass plaque, which he goes and gets funding for locally in each area. And it talks about George Wyman and what he wrote about the specific place.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And so he does talk about on that one that he comments the evening after he rode through Goshen that he was saddle sore, which is what the 1,000 miles in 24 hours is called, a saddle sore 1,000.
Man.
That's what we have. I have my... this one's from riding from here to New Orleans in 24 hours. And this one is that was awarded by the president of the Iron Butt Association for doing the Wyman Foundation or the Wyman ride on a Janus. And then the bottom one is the Lake Michigan. So going around Lake Michigan in 24 hours. So anyway,
Leonard Leeds says,
there we have it.
I read the highest octane fuel available then was 30. 30. Here's 68.
They didn't have high compression engines.
No, that's fair. Here's 68.
There it is. Yeah, we do have a picture of me.
With, what are those things on the back?
Yeah, so this is number 68, almost brand new. It had probably, at this point, around 1,000 miles on it. We have let's go through it.
Oh, here we go.
A cream Halcyon 250 with brushed stainless steel exhaust, single gold pinstripe, the classic Janus logo, which was the only one available then, no headlight visor, 2 mirrors, and saddlebags. Very simple.
Seriously dark brown luggage, Arlsberg says.
Yeah, that was I think that would be our desert brown. No, I forget what we called that.
I think it was desert brown.
Not desert brown.
Saddle brown is
Dark wood. I forget the name of what we called that leather, but it was a dark brown. We no longer offer it. It's a kind of slippery, and we didn't like the way it felt on a seat.
I feel like it was desert brown.
Maybe it was. You may be right. So here is the bike kitted out as I had it ready for the ride. So you can see my sparkling new panniers with only one sticker on them.
Wow.
I added little extra reflectors like underneath the license plate on each side for more visibility. And I added an auxiliary fuel tank. I had 2 of these auxiliary fuel tanks just in case.
They stack, right?
They stack, yeah. And I have highway bars. And then I added fold down foot pegs on the highway bars to kind of be able to stretch out. And I was very, very grateful for that.
Nice.
Here's the bike. We partnered with a lady who was a RV delivery driver. And so she threw the bike in the back of her truck and then hauled the RV out.
That's awesome.
And delivered it. Yeah.
That's great.
So we got a good deal on that. Shipped the bike out to San Francisco to a moped parts supplier out there. And he held it for us. And then I flew out and picked up the bike and visited downtown San Francisco. This is Alada's Fountain in downtown San Francisco. This was a major feature of early San Francisco. People would get water there. This was used in after the great earthquake when a lot of buildings were on fire. They were doing bucket chains from Alada's Fountain. It's a really unique site, but this is where George Wyman started his ride ceremonially from San Francisco. And so we got a picture. There I am with my way and all my gear. That's exactly what I looked like riding cross country.
If you guys would like to join real quick, the giveaway, we're doing a VIP ticket giveaway for the Ramblestream. Go ahead and for the Ramblers Roundup, go ahead and type VIP to enter that giveaway. It's going to happen at the end of the stream here. What is this? Look at these hills.
Oh, this is the famous Zigzag Street in San Francisco that I had to go check out.
My aunt lives out toward there.
In that area of San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to ride all over San Francisco. I went across the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
And about a month after I got back, we received a toll photograph from the Golden Gate Bridge that I had skipped the toll. And there's a little photograph of you can see the back of the bike, and there I'm zooming across it.
That's awesome.
I've got it in a folder
did you
somewhere.
Frame it?
No, but I've got it.
Gosh, that's got to be framed.
And here is number 68 with a 1902, California motorcycle, which
now this is
like we were talking about,
speculated
to be possibly the bike,
but
we don't know.
We don't know because
so we talked about this in the pre-ramble. Yeah, so George Wyman put his bike on display at the Golden Gate Bridge Park and was on display there, and it was stolen a couple of years after he did the ride, and it disappeared from history. And then in 1970, this California motorcycle was uncovered in a garage in San Francisco and bought by a collector, completely restored. And then this fellow purchased it. Well, now it's been quite a few years. But as motorcycle historians start digging into it, there is reason to believe that this is George Wyman's bike. Cannot be proven at this point, but I bet you maybe more evidence will come to light. So I was able to ride on a paved road the entire way. And so
And
what took George
Not a
Wyman,
railroad.
no, not a railroad. What took George Wyman over 50 days to complete took me 6 days. Now it was a pretty grueling 6 days
Right.
on a 250cc motor, 229cc motorcycle. But what you're seeing that previous image are the snow sheds going up over the Sierra Nevada. So there's snow here much of the year, especially in the wintertime. And what happens is it just avalanches across the train track. And so they built these wooden, very strong sheds with an
Interesting.
angled roof that protect the train track from the snow. And
Interesting.
today, when I was riding up over the Sierra Nevada on the interstate, I could look over and see the sheds, and they're now concrete, but they still are functioning the same way, protecting the track from debris and snow.
That is
15 feet of snow
stupid cool.
is what he was talking about over his head. But he had to basically, he said he rode the first part of an entire day in these tunnels.
Gosh. What do you do? A train comes and you just
Get off to the
get
side,
Off to
yeah.
the side?
Yeah. There's the belt drive. And here, this is who I was riding with. So you've got a Honda Goldwing, a BMW GSA, and a Halcyon 250. So all different sizes of motorcycles. I was on I think, everything else was 1200cc and above. And so what I couldn't make up for in speed, I made up for in time. And I just rode longer than everybody else. They would get in for
Sucker.
dinner, and I would get in for midnight
Gosh. Grueling.
and start early. This is a pretty low quality image, but this is an actual photograph that George Wyman took, and that's his bike leaning against the depot up at the top of what is it? The pass.
He took a camera, the Donner Pass?
Donner
chance?
Pass, yeah.
Aiken Ranch, thank you.
Yeah, Donner Pass. Thank you very much.
He took a camera with him, right? Like I remember
Yeah, he
seeing
took
that.
little pictures, and he would send them off to the Motorcyclist magazine, and with ride reports the
Yeah.
whole way.
Yeah.
And we have everything. And
Just
it's
to
amazing.
document
He's
the whole...
George Wyman, you kind of think he might have been this crazy adventurer guy and just kind of, but no, he dressed well. He carried a revolver, and he wrote really, really well.
Yeah.
And I encourage all of y'all, go to the Wyman Memorial Project page, just type that in and it'll come up. And they have made accessible online all of his documentation of the trip. It's well worth the read.
That's really
There's
cool.
just some extraordinary stories. At one point, he was crossing the Rockies, and he discovered that he was about 2 or 3 days behind Teddy Roosevelt on a horse. They were all on horses,
Uh-huh.
riding through the Rocky Mountains, and he realized that he was right behind this presidential entourage.
Uh-huh. And did he say, like, I'm going to go catch these guys? or
No, but he just realized he was right behind him.
That's funny. What is it? What is this?
This is somewhere in probably looks like Wyoming,
Beautiful.
or maybe parts of Nevada. This is Halcyon 68 with a rainbow in the background.
Beautiful.
This is me crossing the Continental Divide.
That's flat.
So he writes about it, and I was zooming over this little like ridge,
Uh-huh.
and I saw Continental Divide. I'm like, I turned around, went back, and I'm like, I always imagined that you're on some top of some mountain.
Uh-huh. And you're like looking over the
Right.
vast expanse.
But if you do look one way, it all looks like it goes downhill, and the other way, one's going to the Atlantic and one's going to the Pacific.
Man, my brain still, like, I'll see like some flat fields out here, right? My brain has a hard time comprehending that much space.
Mm-hmm. It is really remarkable, and I think that's something that when you are able to obviously driving a car across the country or taking a train, you get to experience that, no doubt. But if you kind of slow down a little bit and you experience it in a very immediate way, you recognize the difference in what space feels like.
Yeah.
And I'll talk a little bit about that when we get to closer to the East Coast. But here, this is Wyoming. So that was about probably like 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Because I would get started like before dawn
Because you'd have to.
because I had to. And then this is a little store in a little detour I made that he rode through. And then I wanted to
Okay.
try and get as close. I went off the interstate. I was tired of the interstate.
Yeah.
I should mention I'm riding this entire way on Interstate 80.
I can't imagine why you'd want to get off the interstate on a Halcyon 250.
Yeah. So this is a cute little town. And now we're getting into the deserts of Utah. And this slideshow jumps around a little bit. I do apologize. This is once I get to Naperville, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and that right there, the guy in the largest, right in the foreground is Mike Kneebone, the president of the Iron Boat Association, who I got to sit right next to.
Nice.
And recount him, tell him all about the stories.
Were you kind of antsy to like get going during this dinner? Or
No, I had fought to get there on time to
Okay.
make it to this dinner because, as we'll see, I had some hardships along the way. So, on the second or third day, I can't remember at this point, I was probably the second day, I was starting to kind of get the hang of things. I had been gifted a Airhawk seat, which are these seats designed originally for truck drivers.
Okay.
But it's like this air cushion, and it really helps the saddle sore. Basically your capillary blood flow in your rear end gets crushed, and it causes pain. Yeah. Eventually, you just you realize that the pain isn't going to get any worse, so you just kind of deal with it.
Going.
But the Airhawk does a great job. I was starting to kind of get the hang of things, and then all of a sudden the motorcycle started sputtering, losing power. And when a bike loses power, there is something going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the things that one of my old riding coaches around here said is
Smith.
as long as the bike is, go ahead.
He says in-room parking.
Yeah. As long as the bike is producing power, it's very likely that everything is good to go. It's when it starts. I mean, there's obviously exceptions to that rule, but internally, if it's producing good power, sounds good, you're good to go. Well, it did not sound good and it was not producing power. So I pulled over and I realized that the intake it had blown the intake gasket. So that's between the intake manifold and the cylinder head.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, well, I'll just, put a new gasket. I got plenty of gas. I got them all the stuff. So well, then I go to replace it and I realized that the ends of the threads were stripped. And I thought, this has managed to strip all the threads out of the head.
Yeah.
This is not something I can fix on the side of the road.
Right.
So a couple of these big bright lights pull over, and it's some of the guys on these BMWs and other things they're like, well, looks like to explain what was going on, and it started raining. And I thought, well, all right, I'm gonna go. You all keep going. I'm gonna go back to the previous town. I think there's a Walmart there. I'm gonna get a drill and a tap, and I'm gonna retap this. If I either have to make it bigger or have to Healy coil it, we'll get it. I'll figure it out.
Right.
So I got a Healy coil and I got the angle bit for it, and I got all this stuff. And then I just found this little motel right across the street, and I just rolled my bike into the hotel room and took everything, all my tools out, systematically went through it, and then I realized that the hardware was a little bit, it looked like a little too short. Then I realized that prior to leaving, I wanted to make this was I should mention the whole point of this was, one, it was really cool to recreate George Wyman, but the other one was these bikes were brand new. Mm-hmm. We had just received EPA certification, and we wanted a way to demonstrate that our bikes were reliable and that they could do something like this. And we thought, what better way to do it than this?
Go across the United States of America.
Following in the path of George Wyman. And so we did, but I added this, what's called a phenolic barrier. And so a phenolic barrier is a material that's non-conductive. And so the reason we did that was that it's a carbureted motorcycle, and the carburetor would, because it was connected directly to the cylinder head, the heat would conduct right into it, and it would boil the gasoline. And then that would off gas and create evaporative emissions, which we could not do with. So by putting just this, it's basically like Bakelite. It's like a hot plate.
Okay.
Which insulates.
Right.
It completely eliminated it.
It's like what they put on the outside of the space shuttle.
Yeah. Something like that. But anyway, when I added this 1/4 inch thick gasket, I used the same hardware when I put it back together. I mean, I was not thinking.
Right.
And so it was only holding on the entire time, this whole time, by like a couple of threads.
3 threads.
Or less. So I just went in my hardware bag, pulled out a longer M6 bolt, and I was literally laughing at myself and like kicking myself.
Right.
So, but unfortunately by this point I had lost the entire afternoon, hundreds of miles from the rest of the group. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll put everything back together. And then all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait, hold on. The only way I can do this, I can't go faster. because I'm bloated down. I'm a large man on a small motorcycle. The only thing I can do is time. Like, what would happen if I left at 1 a.m?
When did
And
you?
by midnight the next day, I had caught up in Council Bluffs with the next meeting point. What if I could do that? I was like, well,
Here we
there's
go.
no better way to try than to set this alarm. Because and this was relatively early in the evening. So I was getting to bed by like 8:30 or 9. So I was actually going to get a decent enough hours of
few
sleep
hours,
to
right.
be able to rest. So I did 1:15 the next morning. I literally packed the bike in the room, everything but my gear. I put my gear on, hopped on the bike, rolled out the door. I dropped off, the night before I dropped off all the tools I bought at the front desk. I was like, hey guys, you all want this? And it was this small mom and pop motel. And they're like, oh yeah, we love all the a drill. Sure. I was like, it's yours.
See you
I
later.
parked my bike in your room. No.
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't.
Headed out the door and just rode and rode and rode. And so the bike there was nothing wrong with the bike. It was all me. And so about midnight or later the next night, I rolled into the hotel and I saw the other bikes parked. It was a long day. And it was just funny because like Tim Masterson tells the story. He's like, well, we lost him. And, I hope he makes it. I was thinking I won't be able to catch him. And then they wake up and there's a little halcyon parked out front. And they're like, he did it.
He made it. Let's go.
So that was a really silly mistake, but also a fun experience.
Yeah.
It was definitely fun number 2. Fun number 2,
you can't-
hardcore.
You can't tell a story like that and not have to go through some kind of hardship.
Yeah.
Right.
That was definitely, it certainly stressed me out. Here I am. I didn't have time to stop, but here I am pointing out the Bonneville Salt Flats. I got to see it, at least from the side of the interstate. And here's a shot of me parked on the side of the road, taking a break. And this is your way out of order. This is, I think, Cleveland.
Okay.
Coming into Cleveland. But before these are really out of order. Go forward a little bit more. Let's see if we've given me a
forward.
Yeah, just try going forward through that next one. Through that one. Okay, well, anyway.
That's a lot of fun.
I then got into the next day. We made it to Naperville for that dinner with Mike Kneebone and other Iron Butt people, and it was really funny because I pulled into the parking lot, and I think the last 4 days of my life, I had heard a 250 engine going, and I stop, I turn off the engine, and I still hear a halcyon, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
My head is
and then
messed up.
I realized there's a little halcyon pulls right by me, and one of our owners, John Tan,
Really
great
funny.
halcyon owner, rolled in to have dinner with us. It was really funny.
I can't even imagine. I'd be going crazy.
Yeah. So we had a great dinner, got to be kind of inducted into the Iron Butt Association in a way, and then the next day rode from there through Goshen. Were you going to say something?
I was going to ask, this was your first?
This is the first time I'd ridden more than 250 miles in a day.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So it was kind
Maybe
of an
300.
extreme.
I'd ridden to northern Michigan in a day.
Extreme difference.
Oh, complete. I had to learn what long distance riding was.
Yeah.
And they were teaching me about how when you're trying to make time against the clock, it's not how fast you go. I mean, that will have an effect. If you're able to go 150 miles an hour for a prolonged period of time, you'll get there faster.
Right.
But legally and safely, especially when you're logging, when you're tired,
Right.
you want to be really careful. You want to be very, very considered with what you're doing. And the best way to make good time is to not stop.
Just keep.
However, on a small halcyon with a 2-gallon fuel tank,
a
you
little
stop
different.
frequently.
Right. Which it might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I always enjoyed it. But the trick is, if you take half an hour, like most of us do when we pull into a way station or whatever, you stop and then you're like, oh, well, I got 15 minutes. And then you get back on and you're like, oh, it was a 15-minute stop. Well, it wasn't 15 minutes because you didn't count when you stopped going 65 miles an hour.
Right.
So what they taught me is the clock starts when you roll off the throttle.
Interesting.
And it starts again when you roll back on.
Interesting. So
So
when
your stop, you have to know where all your gear is. And you have to basically commit it to memory so that because you don't want to forget something or leave the lid on
Right.
your side, your pannier.
Right.
So you go through this checklist. You roll in, you get your stuff, you put your gloves in a specific spot, you fill up, use the restroom, you drink most of your liquid about half an hour to 45 minutes before you stop. Otherwise, you have to stop extra.
Right. To refill and
Use the restroom. So anyway, I learned a lot. But anyway, on the day that I rode into Goshen, I realized that we were talking about space earlier and the difference between the way the West feels and the East Coast.
Yeah.
I realized that from where I was in Illinois to Goshen was 100 miles. And I realized that like in a car, making that trip was like a day trip.
Right.
And here I was going to do it in a couple of like very, very quick. And it was only the first stage in 4 states that I would be going through that day. And that was not this. When you're going through Wyoming, 100 miles is nothing.
You're going through Wyoming.
Is nothing. But in 100 miles from Chicago through Gary you're seeing things are such much busier.
The big sky country out there.
The big sky is not as big.
Right.
Anyway, and it gets even smaller when you get to the East Coast.
Right.
Everything is very tight.
Which is
space is not as big.
That's the one thing, like being out on the West Coast a few times now in my life, is like realizing how different space feels, and that feels like kind of heady and ethereal, right?
No.
But it's bizarre.
But I think it's important to actually go the whole way and experience all those things, rather than if you just fly into a place, you do not get to experience that change. And the ultimate form of rambling, like we talk about in the Rambler's Companion, is walking.
Yeah.
And walking is the best way to experience those changes.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway, the next to last day I went through from Illinois through Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and into New York. And then the last day was only about 400 and something miles. I thought this is going to be an easy day. And it was down the Hudson River in the footsteps of George Wyman into Manhattan, which, by the way, on a 250 motorcycle is easy peasy.
I'm sure it's wonderful.
It was like, I mean, I've driven into New York a lot, and being from the East Coast, and in a car, it's a nightmare. And a motorcycle,
it's nice.
it's amazing.
It's nice.
Zoomed right up to the front of. Go ahead.
Jason asks, "Where in Manhattan is the endpoint? I might go and get a selfie tomorrow."
1904 Broadway.
1904 Broadway.
Which I believe was the home of the Motorcyclist magazine, or Motorcyclist Association at the time, and so that was where he was going to report into them to say, "I've completed
Hey,
this."
I'm here.
So I am in this
Because they owed him $500.
In this image, I'm in front of it. Unfortunately, it had scaffolding on it when I showed up, but there I am.
At the end.
Yep.
You got your...
And then I was awarded membership for even though I hadn't done 1,000 miles in 100 hours, they gave me membership just for doing the Wyman.
Whole ride.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was really, really wonderful. George Wyman continues to be somebody I think we all need to know more about. And this weekend we had a great Wyman ride commemorating his ride through Kendallville. The mayor was there, a bunch of motorcyclists. We had a great time. Gary Smith was there, some other owners.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're a little over time.
Kelly asks, Richard, I have a question for you. Of all the bikes that you guys have built, did any of them have an engine blow or fail?
We have had some engines blow. Typically, it doesn't happen very often.
Where's that?
We've had a
piston
couple. We got one right here.
The one with the UFO valve.
My
in it.
UFO's right here. Typically, the most common thing we've had, which again, I don't want to say this is common, but occasionally we will have a valve failure. And so like this one where the valve is literally sitting, I don't know if you can see it, in the piston. Looks like a little UFO landed. But we've had some of those, but very, very rare.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had any catastrophic 450 failures. We've had some overheating, but yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Well, that was George Wyman is as many men and women who are adventurous and enjoy a challenge. Like, I love learning about those kinds of people. And George Wyman, for whatever reason, isn't recognized often in those moments. So it's really good to hear about him and to learn more about him, and kind of like he carries the same ethos that Janus Motorcycles carries. With light, whether it was intentional or not, right? A lightweight motorcycle going on roads that are not typically ridden on, but we've got the moment of truth here. It looks like we only have 15 people entered in to win this VIP ticket to the Ramblestream or to Ramblers Roundup. Is that true? We need
more
way
entries.
more entries. Are you guys?
All you
are
got to do
guys
is type
entered in this?
VIP.
Just type VIP. That's all you got to do. Amy is saying we need more entries. Let me give this a quick refresh and make sure that's there's 16. Oh.
What'd you do?
I broke it. We only have 16 people. Where is everybody at? I gotta turn my keyboard on. That would be helpful, huh?
Plug it in.
Plug it in, turn it on. 17, 18. Where are we at, people? It's a free little VIP ticket for the Ramble stream here. Why do I keep on saying it? For the Ramblers Roundup. What is the Ramblers Roundup? Real quick for the people.
It's our owners rally. It happens September. We hope all of you can make it. It's going to be a really, really fun event. Multiple days, fires, music, food, riding, slow races, maybe even some jousting this year.
And what is the VIP?
Hammerschlagen.
What does the VIP get you?
It gets you access to all the events.
All of them.
And first pick at some of our workshops, which are going to be limited to how many people can sign up, and they are involving. You get to come away with something from them. So tire changing, pinstriping.
At least one more person. Let's get 20 in here. I don't want to enter in case I can't make it.
Lance Terry.
Fair. All right, there we go. Lance,
Let's go.
There's 21. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. We're rolling. Oh, confident, you just missed it. Michiana Road, a.k.a.
Is it really?
Janus McRider.
Is
It's got to be. I'm making a complete assumption, but it's got to be.
Kelly's going to be there on the Tuesday before the rally.
Hey, Kelly, we're excited to see you. Jansen's fault. Hashtag, yeah, probably. Hey, Michiana
No
Road.
way. No way.
We're so happy that you won. If you would like to send an email to rambling@janusmotorcycles.com with your information, being your name and probably your address,
Might help.
we will get you hooked up with a free VIP ticket to the Ramblers Roundup, which is our owners rally. Congratulations.
What are we going to do? We're going to give away like 20 more VIP tickets?
Yeah, give
Ready,
or take,
Amy?
give or take 20.
You guys hit your limit. No more giveaways.
We hit our limit at one.
I don't even think we were supposed to give one away.
We said, Mom, can my cousin sleep over?
All right.
Do you have something for us?
I was just going to give you guys this.
No, we're not ready for that yet.
We're not ready for it.
Okay.
That was
Still waiting for my patch. Your patches are coming. Don't worry. You're coming.
They're coming. Do you have an
Okay.
update for us, Amy?
I think we...
This is the update.
That's the
Those
update.
are the patches. They're all getting ready to ship out. Okay. Well, we really appreciate all of y'all tuning in and staying late. We still have 52 people watching 15 minutes after the Ramble stream is supposed to end. We are going to be taking a break from the Ramble stream this summer, so we will not have our regular Monday night. We'll have some special guests on, and so we'll send out plenty of warning so you can hop on.
Yep.
We'll be back. And we look forward to seeing all of you all at the next events. And if none other, then you should definitely be at the Ramblers Roundup. We thank you all, and we appreciate all of you all being here every week. And we're going to miss you for a little bit.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
We will see you later. Bye.